Tesco has launched early delivery slots to help families over the summer. According to the famed Retail Gazette out of the UK, Tesco has opened its delivery slots earlier to help families over the busy summer period. The grocery giant has enabled UK shoppers to access 8 weeks worth of home delivery and click and collect slots over the summer for the first time instead of the usual 4 weeks. It's also removed its same day charge for home deliveries and click and collect slots from selected stores. The fee previously cost shoppers £2 sterling. I always like to say that for home delivery and £1 for click and collect. Said Tesco online director Rob Graham, quote, "This is a great time to plan ahead and let Tesco take some of the stress away from those summer activities by booking delivery or collection slots up to 8 weeks in advance." And I'm curious, do you think Tesco's early delivery scheduling will ever catch on here in the US?
I see a lot of potential for this. I mean, you're already
Yeah, me
seeing
too.
some of the retailers like, even the marketplaces like an Instacart or Shipped, and then, Walmart letting you pick out a week in advance. Like you're already seeing some of this start to happen. And I love this idea. I mean, you think about like the opportunities that this gives for like back to school. Like I could plan my back to school shopping as soon as the week, gets as soon as the list gets released, which is usually like mid-July or something. I could, I know I'm going to have a 4th of July party, or I know I'm going on vacation. And this allows me to, like, as soon as I have those plans cemented, be like, I'm going to schedule a delivery so I don't have to think about it. Check, done. I can just focus on getting to where I need to be and having that moment or that party or that vacation or being prepared for back to school. And I have to imagine that this is going to provide some benefit for the retailers too, to like have those orders in and guaranteed. Sure, there's
100%.
probably some last minute substitutions that'll come up, but that happens with any delivery order. So I think this has real potential. I'm curious to see how it goes with Tesco, knowing that market's slightly smaller than it is sometimes in the U.S. With some of those deliveries. But I'm really excited for this. You picked this headline for the Fast Five, and I'm really glad you did because it really got me thinking. So I'm
Oh,
curious
did it?
if yeah, I'm curious if you're feeling the same way about it still after our preliminary chat yesterday.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we try to bring in insights from Europe as much as possible, in particular the UK, and particularly in the UK in the grocery market too. And I think, you know, the way I see this evolve in the US is, first you go to, you know, weekend deliveries or scheduled deliveries in a
Yep.
shorter time frame, and then you go further out to the 8 weeks. And we're already seeing companies like Buncha, who we've spotlighted
Hmm.
numerous times over the past 2 or 3 years, having a lot of success white labeling this type of service where for them it's like scheduled weekly deliveries with their W2 drivers, white labeling it as an option for shipping on the product detail pages of most of the experiences of the companies they're working with. So I at the end of the day, when you just step back from it too, this is the pure definition of what omni-channel retailing is, because it's getting the products to customers when and where they want it and how they want it, right? What better definition is there of that, of a company
Right.
trying to do that? And to your point, it does help the retailer because they know their demand in advance. They can plan around that. They can plan the space allocation in their trucks, their delivery routes. They can make sure the inventory is there, so there's probably less canceled orders if they know like 3 months ahead of time. Usually they can get goods in 3 months, especially for
Yeah.
food. Like,
Yeah.
that shouldn't be a problem for the most part. So that's why I think I like it. And I'd actually like to see the US grocers in particular move faster towards this, because I
Hmm.
think the demand is there, and you can probably potentially save a lot of money in terms of your e-commerce fulfillment costs in the long
I
run.
would think so. I would think so. And operations. I mean, I think, yeah, I think there's a lot of potential. I'm kind of curious what's been keeping them from going this route already. Why we haven't heard anybody really exploring this further, but they're busy. They're
Yeah,
busy. We'll
but
give
we are
them
hearing
that.
some. We are hearing some good. We can't say who, but we are hearing some very smart companies that are starting to bite into this Apple, and
Right.
and they're moving in this direction. So that's good.